¿Cómo está mi gente? Soy yo, Andy Del Orbe, and today's video is, can you fall in love again after a narcissistic relationship? Vamos a ver. Now, when I talk about if you could fall in love again after a narcissistic relationship, in this video, I will talk about my experience. So if you've experienced anything I've talked about in my previous video, check that video out first to confirm. And if you have, then maybe your story or your path may look like mine. Short answer is yes, but it's complicated because there's a lot of growing you need to do. Timing is everything. I think that the person that I met who opened my heart to knowing that I could fall in love again, it was the wrong timing. Right, girl? Beautiful, coño, esa mujer. But it was wrong timing. Why do I say that? Well, I met her like in the beginning of my breakup. I was still not in a healthy place to put myself out there, even though I did try. Meeting this girl, I don't think she understands how special she is to me. Listen, I do not care who judges me with what I'm about to tell you guys, but I got a tattoo that reminds me of her. Reminds me that I met someone amazing, and she may never know that, and I'm okay with that. I got this tattoo because it reminds me that the experience I had with her and what she did for me exists. I feel that I met the right girl at the wrong time, and I had to let her go. I walked away, and I'm pretty sure that I broke her heart. It was not on purpose. So if you ever watch this, it wasn't on purpose. It was for the best. I was too early in my breakup. I would have wished I would have met her before my ex. I'll tell you that much. So if you ever do watch this, mira, pa ti, okay? So you gonna know that you meant something amazing to me. It was just the wrong timing. So she had a tattoo that had 333, and she's a Cancer like me. Then I put her birthday because I wanted to remember her. Mind you, before you guys come at me, I don't have any of my exes tattooed. If anything, a few of them got me tattooed, okay? Just saying. I know I sounded like an there, but I just wanted to be clear that I did not get this tattoo for any other reason but to remember that I experienced love. I experienced someone that awakened me, and I never want to forget that. I want to treasure her. And now every time I look at this tattoo, I smile, I feel good. This is my own way to remember that it happened. So you could find love, but what I realized, at least from my experience, is that it's hard to put yourself out there again. There's so much healing that you need to do. There's still healing that I need to do. Listen, I put myself out there when I first moved to where I live currently. And when I put myself out there, it's like I was seeing so many red flags that reminded me of my ex that I was like, oh no, this is not gonna work because I'm not dating anybody that reminds me of this narcissist. So what does dating look like for me, and why I know that, yeah, I could fall in love again? Well, one, the girl I met right after my breakup showed me that. I really felt like my heart will not open again to anyone. That's how I truly felt. And I was convinced, and I didn't want to find anybody. When you deal with a narcissist and you break up, you feel so free that you're like, no, I don't want to put myself out there anymore. No, I just became free. I was a slave to a narcissist. I was spiritually enslaved, to be clear. It's like a part of you wants to find someone because nobody wants to be alone, but a bigger part is so okay with being with yourself that you're like, I don't know if I want anyone else in this. Do I want to add anyone to the piece I already have? Because you start thinking like of how traumatic it was to be with a narcissist, at least for me. And right now, I think I'm beginning to accept that, okay, I'm getting ready, little by little, dipping my toe to meet someone. That's how I feel right now. But what I am afraid of, and I realize like this happens to me, is that the moment I do put myself out there, I'm like, okay, that was enough. I just did. I don't know if I'm ready to go all the way in. Like the last person that I was talking to, she was great, but she did just one thing that reminded me of my ex, and I was like, this is not gonna work. And I think that's something that maybe others develop. At least I know that that's what I developed, and I'm working through that. So you become cautious. You become more protective of yourself. You see the red flags more. You're no longer like, no, that flag is pink. That flag is as red as this microphone. I see it. It's red. It's not pink. I left my whole world behind. I needed to start over and escape. And maybe others feel like that. Maybe you need a relocation. I know that I needed that. Okay? I am tired of narcissists. If you are a narcissist, I'm snitching because I am tired of this. We're going to get rid of narcissists, one narcissist at a time. Maybe I should switch my page, make my page dive into exposing narcissists. Let me know if that's a good idea. If it is, I am so willing to do that because I am tired of these narcissists. Like, we're becoming less humane. Like, look at ICE. That's another reason why I wanted to wear this cowboy hat. And it's not to represent cowboys or Halloween. I'm actually wearing it to represent Latinidad because I have Mexican friends, and a lot of my Mexican and Salvadorian friends are afraid to be outside. My Venezuelan friends are afraid to be outside because of ICE. You, ICE. That's how I feel. ICE, okay? We can't say so we gotta look for another word. Melt ice. Melt. Y'all gonna know what I secretly mean by that, okay? Because now we can't say the F word. We got too many sensitive people out there. Sorry for the sensitive people. Back to my topic. I feel like narcissists change you, and the amount that they change you is like you become a hermit. I feel like the girl that showed me that my heart could open again, I needed her, and I don't think she noticed that. Although you can fall in love again, it's hard because of the trauma you experience. How can you trust again? How can you rebuild your intuition when that betrayal tarnished it? What have I done to pursue love is nothing. Or you become so, well, if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. Or you find people attractive and you're also like, but I'm not ready. Try to put yourself out there, give it a chance. I think now I'm ready to little by little dip my toe. Maybe not all the way swim, but I do find myself like, okay, I think I'm almost there, almost. Where before I was like, no, I'm sorry, I cannot. I can't do this. And I met this girl at the time where I was just like, I can't. And let me tell you, this girl was perfect, and she did nothing wrong, nothing wrong. When you're in that pain, it's like you think differently. I became more logic than emotional with dealing with dating when it comes to putting myself out there. Hopefully that makes sense. It's just harder and a lot of work. You have to put in the work. I meditate. It has been hard for me because a lot of things do trigger me. If I feel people are talking about me, I'm just like, no, I can't do this. And I want to stand up and I want to defend myself because I did it in the past and I went through something very traumatic. I developed more PTSD when I already have PTSD. So there's a lot that I realize I need to work on and I'm willing to work on my own time, and I have become more sympathetic of myself because I did go through something traumatic that I don't wish on anyone. I just hope that karma does knock on people's door that deserve karma to knock on their door, and I know that's not right, but that's just how I truly feel. I hate when people be like, no, this is how we gotta be, we gotta forgive and forget. No, that's not me, because you forgive so easy, and this is why people don't learn and just hop on to hurt someone else. They just become another victim's narcissist. And I'm not gonna accept that. I'm tired of this whole forgive and forget. No, I am going to remember so it doesn't happen to me again. And I will forgive in my own time. I would like to one day get there. I'm not there yet. I'd rather be realistic. I think that it has taken me so long to actually want to put myself out there again because I needed to really learn how to love myself first. And I know a lot of people say that, but the minute you don't listen to your intuition when you know something's wrong, and then you realize later on that you were right, that was the moment that you should have realized that you weren't loving yourself because you weren't really putting yourself first. And I'm learning to do that for me. We live in a world that there is so much hate. There's more hate than love, and a lot of people hide behind a god or religion or pretend they're a good person when they're not. We have a lot of that. I mean, look around. Look at ICE right now. Some of these ICE members are Latinos. Ain't that crazy? Some of these ICE members are Latino, and they know that what they're doing is wrong, and I'm pretty sure they're being brainwashed to be told by their superiors that they're doing right. They deep down know they're doing wrong, down that they even cover their face. And if you are ICE out there and you bump into my video, I hope you know that you're in the wrong side of history and take a look at yourself, because you are destroying your own people. Now, is there anyone in my life at the moment? No, there isn't. I'm not talking to anyone. I haven't put myself out there. I'm not saying that I'm not willing to. I think it took me this long to actually start doing so, where I'm just like, I wanted to be fully okay. Before I was like, okay, let me try. I was trying in the dating apps and everything, but I know that I was not fully ready when I was doing the dating apps. And what's left in the dating apps, I'm sorry, it ain't for me. Or the way I see it is, if the universe puts it out there, okay, I am willing to give it a chance and try. But if not, I don't give a because I learned to love me. And I think a lot of people could resonate with the fact that after you live a narcissistic relationship and you have so much peace and freedom, you're like, yo no sé si quiero que alguien me joda. I think for me, I'm more excited about making friends, hanging out with my friends. There are times where I'm just like, I would like to have somebody, but then I think about all the that may come with that, and I'm like, okay, yeah, never mind, just kidding, but it's true. Bueno, mi gente, if this video helped you out, hit like, share, subscribe, because slowly but surely I am gonna try to keep putting videos out. I don't really have the time like that. That's why there's not as many videos. If you guys want to hear any specific topic, feel free to let me know. I'm listening. If we need to be exposing narcissists and ICE people, let me know, because I would love to. A mí no me importa. Okay? Ya tú sabes. Lo quiero mucho. Say bye to Ziggy. Say bye to Ziggy. Oh, I'm gonna make Ziggy be able to talk. Okay? And I'm probably gonna make his mouth move and shit. Okay? Ya tú sabes.